get in with your call. Just load-ups. We are only here for a very prep hour between now and the Knicks away, of course. Then in Milwaukee, the Bucks in the second half. Well, the second half of the season, you can be optimist. You can look at and understand they are much more along than you ever was. From now forward, there is nothing but right. Anything that has happened so far is for this team and able to figure out what the future is going to hold. Get a real true handle on plays, a trap to free agent, other players, to disciplined players that want to find that out. We'll also find out is if this is more than you really thought it was. If this actually has the a year, maybe even a year where you want to round differently. It's been an amazing 35 games for the Knicks. Been spectacular to enjoy the first half for what it's been. When you look at the second half, collectively, past them, if then just they're 4 to 6, maybe win 2 out of 4, something gets much easier rest of the way. Under 40. But that's a bit games out against Milwaukee. Oklahoma City's not that great. Brooklyn, of course, Philadelphia. And 2 games later, equity, not build a little bit more. Win the games, they're supposed to end of the year. Really, Nick, a road trip that is absolutely brutal on the West. Moments that are going to be so tough for them to try to go and make it playoffs. It's the thing that you see. Don't want to be making a trip out and have to play and you have the Clippers and the Lakers. I mean, really running you try to figure what this is going to be. You measure out your expectations. You put them at a certain say, I am willing to live with that. What the first half? Have I set the bar? I set the bar at making playoffs and not in the 10 playoff. If Knicks can finish 6, that would be an amazing season. It's going to me wrong. If you're playing in deep, but at the same time, can your way at 6 is really shown the point. Other potential careers. I don't know. In a year. Let's just theorize. Just out there. The Mavericks didn't get any better. Luka Doncic a year from was not and wanted it out. Or get a superstar who could be somewhere else. And already this is a nation again makes it a nation. A fish in the top of the Eastern Conference makes it a destination. I think credibility that on Rose would have it. The credibility West, but the league that they much credible might be off their guard. It has the last years. Players necessarily want to come to setting the bar. I can't believe this. The Knicks don't make the playoff. Disappointment. A massive disappointment. And I think early like the Knicks not win chip versus the Knicks. Still see how that plays out. The one that we're in growth, actually positive steps forward so far. This is the one that would be active once again. Played with talent that's developed play. And with a coach, price is very costs, but also his maximizing his play so that they maximize their innards, putting his position to help earn the most money. That will get a player to buy in. That will get a player very interested in being in. 800-919-37 is your inspection of this. What's it meant? What's a must? What's shooting for the star for the Knicks in this? Let's go. 800-937 Carlin, 98.6 PN. We very. So it's me. I would suggest that you make most part.
98.1 again.
Basketball fans, tell them Irish whiskey, the original triple distilled and triple Irish beer is finally here. Tournament season, St. Patrick's Day, with a glass of Tullamore Dew whiskey. Find Madness this at Manhattan, Wojie's on Greenwich Avenue in Manhattan, and Donnybrook in Manhattan. When it's game time, it's Tully time. This is 40% alcohol by volume. William Grant and Sons, New York, New York.
Rutgers School will put you on a path where you can make a difference. At Rutgers Schools will proven inroads to American Valley or Accounts with their own business. Rutgers Business School support to help land internships and to rank in the top 15 for return on investment in the U.S. 10 futures school.
This Rack Hard by volume, 100 calories. You can stay refreshed. Enjoy your action. Hardy's Truly Hard Seltzer responsibly. Wick Tavern, located 120 Drive in New Jersey. Come by for all the tournaments and all Saints' Day parties during March. 25 buckets of all day. Follow the Wicked Wolf Hoboken to date with upcoming events.
Sugar House Rush Pay. When you want to cash out things, you 2 days to go ahead to that Sugar House created right with Rush Pay. Literally, you'll get your money. Why get your cash with bet sports at playsugarhouse.com. Available in New Jersey only. Must be 21 or 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shopping, and you won't want to miss this. 2 by London engagement show hosting their annual from Thursday morning through March 21st. All wedding bands 20% off. There's action to satisfy style. Visit LondonJewelers.com at 6 locations: America, Glen Cove, Eastern Tampa, World Trade Center. Best 2 by London's wedding band. March 18th, Sunday, March 20th.
Are you term life insurance? There's a tremendous term life rates have dropped past few years. For example, for each 45 non-tobacco user, it's $1 million of coverage at $75 per month. Level rate for 10 million non-tobacco, $100 of coverage for a monthly premium per month. Not to change. 20-year smoker, we have great rates available as we specialize in 500. If your placement term life, call for 1-866-1950. 866-1950. You're probably paying more than you should. Here's at 1-895. That's 1-866-9219. Remember, 1-692-9195. By rate quotes for non-tobacco exam.
You got a minute.
Seems a bit more
What's the
different general, but it's easy. Streaming your favorite rating 90.
I'll put it up now.
And you weren't do that. Scott take you through the steps one by one. For work at home, piece of cake. The easiest way to stream 98.7 ESPN. Play 9.7.
Good afternoon, everybody. Indeed, the K Show. We thank you for joining.
Fans. And if you're ESPN smartphone, click corner, scroll down on the tab, and click audio 98.7 ESPN. A friendly public service announcement reminder that you can hear us.
Let's roll. 7 ESPN 919-3776. Joburg, New York. Going to start us off. Joe, what do you got for us, brother?
Hey, Chris, thanks for the call. Just piggyback your great. It's just changed to be open in the second part, be actually competitive. And with said, as I mentioned the phone, I would like to see like a superstar. I mean, we could look at Pop's closet. Some of these veterans that are decent, but at major. Which Bradley Beal, Depot, I know that. And then at the end of the year, having someone that we could for next year's solid team, and let's step here. What do you think?
Look, adding is unless it is, and I'm not calling Oladipo a star. I'll call him a star. I'm good. You know why? Free agent. As long as you're not too much, you want to add and reinforcements. And I'll explain why in a sec. If you want to add somebody who can control ball, do some things, and Reddick Shooter, I understand, but all of these are guys free agent at years. And that, to me, ensured still matter flexibility. They cannot make that superstar trade the timing as.
Don't we have someone similar like Austin Rivers or Austin?
I mean, Austin bench. He's not going to do what Tom Thibodeau needs him to do. Reddick is a pure shooter. That needs to put the ball in the basket. Hard inside is next, 98-70. Hey, Doug, what's going on tonight, brother?
Chris.
Great, you?
Similar topics as the last one. Mine is that, I don't want the Knicks to go down the road to get a suit and just give up years, which it sounds moving toward the over. So, I wouldn't argue or a man for a Brad Devin book. So I would wait it out till it comes and see we can through the. And if the Knicks go 5 in the, they probably have 5 or 6. Might even get out of the first.
Well, if thanks to the call, they're not getting out of the first round because they're one of the top teams, and they are not beating the Bucks. They are Sixers. If into the 4 or 5 match, the Celtics, yeah, they could win. I would agree with the idea that trade under the Bradley Beal at the timing may not be right because you want like Barrett. Fans are so high on Julius. They're not trading Emmanuel Quick. I don't think now. I don't worry about that. Now, we're going to talk about Devin Booker. Maybe you can talk about something different, but I'm not necessarily getting traded time. But when I'm talking about system, because of the coach, because Tom needs to a little bit here in half. When it comes to these Julius Randle, you can't have playing 4 minutes every night. He is a pre-weapon. And yes, other guys are developing. Other guys are coming better under. Not at the yet. We're going to them. Julius Randle at the near that yet. So don't for a second believe that you're going to all of a sudden get one of those superstars to be that guy. but you need next level. You need the Oladipo. You need somebody else who could put the ball so that the pressure is not constantly Julian there. Incredible too that, but to continue to play these. Jesse, New Jersey, next. What's going on?
Chris, good to hear you. Good to hear you. Oddly simple. Fans need to stay patient, right? And it's been a lot getting to watch them play good ball for the first time in 7 or 8 years. But what we're doing in Leon's and Worldwide, we're doing is share their big way. And what Brian Windhorst said the other his podcast, a lot of he said year and trade if things keep on where they are to New York because of how things are being run now.
Well, that's what I was talking earlier. Just throwing the Doncic, and it wasn't like he's going to be. I was using him as an example. Right. If he is that guy that Windhorst.
Well,
right,
said, we'll let you think of that. But the Knicks L run acquired let's say Jared and Karis that into James, and while none of those guys are more that made that culture with Kenny Atkins, it's our build when you're in the Mecca. You're in Square Garden. It's done the right way. And I want to see this half of the season. We need playing time from Emmanuel Quick. Perfect right now are outrageous for someone. He's only at 18 minutes a game, but his picks numbers 24 and 5. That's really impressive, especially for a kid who's only shooting 40% from the field. Not even 38%.
Look, I'm going to need very quickly. You send this the call. This can't be this idea that you're going to cut back guys' minutes. That every little thing to squeeze every little to it point. A hair of patience. A hair of patience to get a little. I trust you can, but they're not going to play 30 tonight. I want you to remember one thing. It prompts playing because also entering a time where it quickly has not them into that 70 game mark. Our rookies are like at a little bit of a wall. Yeah, they had a ton of AAU games. So it's a lot different than the NBA. So they're likely dumped a rookie that they hit. It's likely that that's going to happen. Spike is next. Spike, what's going on?
The big night as I watch all there.
All right, they're settled down.
Excited, man. I'm excited. Last year got a player. The Knicks 16 in the half, and the one or what it is, and finishing 8th and winning one game. The last fellow that very in a business event. He's in there, but he's got up to something else. This team through picks and playing defense because you don't play defense for Thibodeau.
They're not going to be on the floor. Not going to be on the floor.
Right. That's right. I hope the Knicks should be a point shooting team and play. So go Scarlet.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Dan. Right now for the Knicks, it's been up this against a team good the last time. You had one in Milwaukee in years, but you 20 time you Madison Square Garden. So a huge to the second would be a win tonight. Am I? No. Frankly, it's what I talked about earlier. It's managing, keeping it in check. To me, realistically looking at this game trip. And I'll call it trip because the back two, in Philadelphia, okay. This 4-game trip and expecting them to go, that's fair. Even later, start to don't that and sit at the gate and the vision around the dead was up on the 25th. At the trade deadline, you will be looking at this as media to somebody who can to shoot a little bit better. The Knicks have improved the board. They're good. Some of their what Randall and shooting, we know has gotten better shooting the basketball, but the Knicks are some of the verb is 104 game right now toward the bottom of the league. 10 years would have been more like 10th. It's a lot different. I understand there is defense right now. I do believe this Knicks defense going to breathe them with a real shot at that 6th seed. Jacob Perry begins. Knicks and the Bucks right here, 98.70.